Okay, the next skill we're going to need is percent mixing. A mixture is created by multiplying percent times a value or quantity. Let's start with a very simple, very relatable real-world example. Let's imagine a test where the test is broken up into two pieces. Part one of the test is completed inside my math lab. You're answering some math problems. Part two of the test is where you're presented with a series of problems and you're asked to find the errors in those problems. Let's say that 75% of your grade is going to come from the part of my math lab, and 25% of your grade is going to come from the part where you find the errors. What would your overall grade be? This is a percent mixing exercise. The number of points that you get from each part of the exam is found by taking the percent value and multiplying it by the value or your score. So, 75% of my grade comes from the 92 that I got on my Chapter 7 test in my math lab. So how many points do I get from that part of my test? You write the percent times the quantity or value. So 75% times the 92. That's the number of points that I would receive. You can convert 75% to a decimal, 0.75, and then multiply by 92. All right, how about the 25% of my grade that comes from the 80 I got on my Find the Errors task? Well, that's 25% multiplied by the value or quantity, which is the 80 that I got. And again, you can convert this percent to a decimal. 0.25 times 80 would be the number of points that you got from that part of your test. And if you take this number of points and this number of points and you add it together, then that gives you a weighted average, which is your test score for that particular test. All right, how about this? The amount of fat from some number of quarts of 6% butterfat milk. Okay, well, we don't know how many quarts of butterfat milk there are for this particular exercise, so we need a variable to represent that. So we're going to use the variable x to represent the quantity, the number of quarts. Of course, the percent is 6%. So we write this as 6% times x. And if you prefer, you can write this as 0.06 times x, or simply 0.06x.